Hello dear learners, myself Niyati Thakur, and in this video we are going to discuss about factors affecting dissolution and dissolution rate. In the last lecture we have classified all the factors that affect the dissolution rate, out of which the first factor was physicochemical properties of drug. Under physicochemical properties of drug, the most important physicochemical property is particle size and effective surface area. We all know that smaller the particle size, greater will be the surface area. And hence, two types of surface areas are of interest. The first one is absolute surface area, which is the total area of solid surface of any particle. And the second one is effective surface area. Effective surface area is the area of solid surface that is exposed to the dissolution medium. And from Noyes and Whitney's equation, smaller the particle size, larger will be the surface area, and hence higher will be the dissolution rate. There are many methods to decrease the particle size, and one of which is micronization. Whenever the surface area of the solid is increased, there is more intimate contact between the solid surface and the aqueous solvent, and due to this intimate contact, the dissolution becomes faster. Micronization should reduce the surface area below 0.1 microns, and then only it will be able to increase the effective surface area. However, in some cases, micronization has reduced the dissolution rates, and specifically in hydrophobic drugs such as griseofulvin, chloramphenicol, and several salts of tetracycline. In cases where the decrease in particle size has enabled to reduce the dose up to 20 times, it has given therapeutic benefits to the patient. In some cases like aspirin, phenacetin and phenobarbital, micronization has decreased the surface area and there is fall in the dissolution rate, and specifically due to three following reasons. The first one being hydrophobic surface of drug absorbs air onto their surface, which disables their wettability. So due to adsorption of air on the surface upon micronization, there is no wettability with the solvent or the dissolution medium, and hence the dissolution has been decreased. When micronization was done, the particles re-aggregated to form larger particles due to their high surface free energy, and they either float or settle into the dissolution medium. And the third reason is electrically induced agglomeration due to surface charges prevents intimate contact of drug with dissolution medium. So these three reasons probably decreases the dissolution rate of drugs with increase in the surface area. The absolute surface area of hydrophobic drug can be converted to their effective surface area by several means, like for example using of wetting agent or surfactant. So this wetting agent or surfactant, it decreases the interfacial tension and displaces the adsorbed air with solvent. And the most common example of wetting agent is polysorbate 80. So this polysorbate 80 increases the bioavailability of phenacetin by promoting its wettability. The second method is addition of hydrophilic diluents like PEG, PVP, dextrose, etc. Now these hydrophilic diluents, they coat the surface of hydrophobic drug and render them hydrophilic. Now in some cases, increase in the surface area by micronization or other processes is not recommendable. And the reasons are: the drugs are unstable and degrade in the form of solution. The drug produces undesirable effects like gastric irritation caused by nitrofuran, and when the sustained effect is desired. The second physicochemical characteristic or property is polymorphism and amorphism. Depending upon the internal structure, a solid can exist either in crystalline form or in amorphous form. When the substance exists in more than one crystalline form, the different forms are designated as polymorphs, and the phenomena is called as polymorphism. Polymorphs are of two types: enantiotropic and monotropic. So enantiotropic polymer is the one which can be reversibly changed into another form by altering the temperature or pressure. And the example is sulfur. Monotropic polymorphs are the one which are unstable at all room temperatures or pressures, like for example glyceryl stearates. Polymorphs differ from each other with respect to their physical properties such as solubility, melting point, density, hardness and compression characteristics, and thus change in physical properties will affect the dissolution properties and hence the absorption. So different polymorphs of same compound will have different physical properties, and therefore the dissolution rate of such polymorphs will be different. Polymorphs also differ with each other with respect to their stability. The forms which are most stable are present in the lowest energy state, highest melting point and least aqueous solubility. And the other forms which are present in highest energy state, lower melting point and highest aqueous solubility are called as metastable forms. Now since metastable forms have highest aqueous solubility, they will show better bioavailability. Example of metastable forms are form A, B and C, out of which B form shows the best bioavailability for chloramphenicol palmitate and form A is virtually inactive biologically. Another example is riboflavin, form number 3, which is 20 times more soluble than form 1. So these are some examples wherein the polymorphs shows different physicochemical properties with respect to their bioavailability, solubility or stability. Drug can also exist in amorphous form. Amorphous form of a drug is that form which does not have internal crystal structure, and such forms represent highest energy state and are also considered as supercooled liquids. Amorphous forms have greater solubility than crystalline form. For example, novobiosine amorphous form, it is 10 times more soluble than the crystalline form. And hence, we can classify such physical forms of drug in the order of dissolution. Amorphous forms will have the highest dissolution rate, followed by metastable, and least will be the stable forms. The third physicochemical property is hydrates and solvents. So these hydrates and solvents are also called as pseudomorphism or pseudomorphs. The phenomena is called as pseudomorphism. Pseudomorphism is a phenomena when the solvent molecules are entrapped in crystalline structure of a polymorph. We have two types of pseudopolymorphs: solvents and hydrates. Solvents are stoichiometric type of adducts where the solvent molecules are incorporated in the crystal lattice of the solid, and the trapped solvent is called as solvent of crystallization. Hydrates, when such trapped solvent in association with drug is water, the solvent is known as hydrates. Hydrates and solvents are pseudopolymorphs where amongst the two, hydrates are less soluble and solvents are more soluble, and thus the absorption rate of hydrates and solvents will be different. Amorphous forms are more aqueous soluble than hydrates. For example, anhydrous form of theophylline and ampicillin have higher aqueous solubility than monohydrate and trihydrate form. And organic solvents have greater solubility than the non-solvents. The classic example is N-pentanol, solvent of fludrocortisone, and succinyl sulfathiazole. They have greater aqueous solubility than their non-solvent. Solvents too differ in their physical properties. The fourth property is salt form of a drug. As most of the drugs are weak acids or bases, to increase their solubility and hence dissolution rate, it is very necessary to convert them into their salt form. With weak acid, strong base salt is prepared, and with weak base, strong acid salt is prepared. But at a given pH, the solubility of drug, whether it is acidic or basic or its salt form, will be constant. Whenever we consider the salt form of a drug, the pH of diffusion layer is important and not the pH of the bulk solution. Salt form of weak acid will increase the pH of diffusion layer, which promotes the solubility and dissolution of weak acid, and absorption is bound to be rapid. Other approach to enhance dissolution and absorption rate of certain drug is formation of in situ salt form, that is, increasing the pH of microenvironment of drug by incorporation of buffering agent. But sometimes more soluble salt form of drug may result in poor absorption. For example, sodium salt of phenobarbital, wherein its tablet swell and does not disintegrate and thus dissolve slowly and results in poor absorption. And hence, selection of appropriate salt form for better dissolution rate is required. Solubility of salt form is greatly influenced by size of counterion. Smaller the counterion, greater will be the solubility. The drugs that have larger size of counterions can be used for prolonging action like steroidal salts, to overcome the taste or to mask the taste like chloramphenicol palmitate, wherein palmitate counterion is of greater size. To enhance gastrointestinal stability of drug, for example, in case of erythromycin, estolate, or to decrease the side effects, that is local as well as systemic. So in this lecture, we have seen different physical and chemical properties of drugs and how they affect the rate of dissolution as well as absorption. Like for example, particle size, surface area, polymorphism, amorphism, hydrates, solvates, which are also called as pseudomorphs, as well as salt form of a drug. Thank you.